If you feel like your workouts are a total pain in the butt, and I'm not talking about in a glute way, and you find yourself pushing yourself, but it just leaves you feeling stuck, drained, and uninspired, which only leads you to the cycle of falling off your fitness journey for weeks and then getting sparks of unreliable motivation when you see a snatched girl on Instagram. And that's because you're missing one powerful key, and that is tapping into your feminine energy to unlock your fitness potential. So let's get into it, because in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 6 feminine energy secrets so that you can train smarter, not harder, so that you can make massive fitness progress while still feeling aligned, balanced, and unstoppable. These tips have personally helped me reconnect with my body, stay consistent, and also see real sustainable results. And I know they'll work for you too. And the first step is to be present, aka use mind to muscle connection. Mind to muscle connection basically means you are engaging the specific muscle you're working during the exercise. It's about focusing your mind to feel the movement and not just going through the motions. I see women do this all the freaking time. And even I used to do this in the beginning of my journey. Some might say connecting to your mind is all in the masculine and connecting to your heart is the feminine. But in this case, I'm talking about internal presence. And I would say that anything that happens internally is literally the foundation of feminine energy. Someone that has mastered mind to muscle connection and maybe does a 30-minute session 3 times a week can make more progress and better fitness results than somebody that goes every single day but goes through the motions. So how you put into practice the art of mind to muscle connection is you slow down your reps and you actually think about the muscle that you are contracting and releasing. I would even do your beginning reps with lower weight so that you can really feel the muscle. By the way, for the beginners, I'm going to teach you some quick fitness girl lingo because some might not know, but rep, it just basically means repetition. So for example, if I do 1 rep of squats, I'm only doing 1 squat. If I'm doing twice, then that means I'm doing 2 reps. So that's basically that. And then sets is basically like a set of an exercise. So if I'm doing 12 reps, that is 1 set of an exercise. And that is basic lingo and what I'm going to be saying throughout the video. So during those reps, you want to make sure you're actually imagining the muscle working. So you want to literally visualize it getting stronger. Sometimes I even like to poke it or touch the muscle to make sure I'm activating it. And sometimes you're not able to do that while you're doing the exercise. When you can, I would make sure to actually touch it so that you can make sure you're activating it. Sometimes my king even likes to like touch it and feel it so that I can actually like focus on that specific area. So you can definitely do that too. So when you are holding the weight or you're doing the hard part of the exercise, you want to make sure you squeeze or focus on that muscle. And when you're not doing the hard part of the exercise, you can release or stretch that muscle. And I'm going to show you a walkthrough right now. So here I have a small weight. What I'm going to do is on the hard part, I just contract, and then in the easier part, I release. So for example, I am going to contract, release. I really focus on the muscle when I am contracting. So this is when I contract, this is when I release. So you want to make sure that you are contracting and focusing on the muscle. I am also going to be touching it so that I actually activate as well. So for example, I want to feel it right here. So I'm going to touch right here and then I can feel it, right? Contract, feel the muscle, go slowly up. Contract, and then go slowly up, and I can actually feel the muscle. That is where mind to muscle connection kicks in, comes in, and you're actually using the muscle. So let's try it again. Contract, come up and feel the muscle. That is mind to muscle connection. Make so much progress from this. And that is that. I use a small weight. So you can do that on your first set and you'll be fan-freaking-tastic. Now, mind to muscle connection, being present, it is all important, but it is especially important during resistance training like strength training or Pilates, because it's not about rushing, it's about feeling the actual burn. That's where you're going to make the progress. Because the Pilates girlies and the muscle mommies in the gym, they're not getting snatched for no reason. It's because they have muscle in all the right places. When they want to snatch weights, guess what? They're going to engage their core muscles. When they want a juicy peach, guess what? They're going to engage their glute muscles. They feel these muscles deeply and target it, and that's what makes it grow. Because what you focus on grows, not only in life, but also in fitness as well. So pro tip is that feminine energy thrives in the present moment. Feminine energy is literally all about the feeling state and the being state. You can use workouts as an opportunity to quiet the noise of life, lock in, and really tune into your body to create crazy results for yourself. Personally, I believe it probably took me 1 to 2 years to really nail this down, and it can definitely take you shorter or longer, but that's normal as a newbie. Instead of putting pressure on yourself to master it overnight, just keep it as something to be aware of in your mind so that you can get 1% better in every single workout. Speaking of workouts, I have heard so many people say, oh my gosh, strength training and weightlifting is so masculine, and Pilates and yoga is like more of a feminine workout and activity. This is total hogwash, okay? Working out of any type is innately feminine because it is one of the highest forms of self-love that you can take. And that is why secret number 2 is so important, and that is finding a workout type that you actually love. Instead of forcing workouts that feel like literal punishment, you want to find a movement that feels actually enjoyable and sustainable to you. This is literally all about embracing flow over force, which is literally the essence of feminine energy. Yes, the only way to make progress is to challenge yourself in your workouts, but while you are doing the workout, you should not have miserable and forceful energy throughout and after the workout. Mostly as a beginner that is starting this habit of having fitness part of their life, you want to experiment with different styles to see what you like. Maybe that is strength training, maybe that is dance classes, maybe that's Pilates, yoga, maybe it's hiking, maybe it's swimming. You want to ask yourself, does this workout actually energize me or does it deplete me? Now, obviously your energy might be depleted a little bit because naturally in your workouts, you're going to be exerting energy. And I'll talk about how to reduce this later in the video, but I personally know when I have had an amazing workout, when during or after the workout, I feel super creative, or my mood is just instantly boosted after the workout. Like I could be having a bad day or a bad morning or a bad start to the day, but if I do my workout and I feel great after, I can tell that that is exactly what I was meant to do. These are some signs that you might have found in yourself after a workout. And I promise you, if you just slow down and look internally at the signs within yourself, you are going to find exactly what you need because all the answers you really need are already inside you. This tip is very, very important because it is the foundation of long-term success and consistency. When you enjoy it, you stick with it. I would rather have you have a 10-minute workout that you do every single day and you love and it brings your energy up rather than you working out 3 times a week and then you ditch the habit after 2 weeks of doing that. So if you have a problem with motivation or sticking to working out consistently, this is your missing link. Because let's be honest, you are consistent with eating delicious food. Nobody has to motivate you to do that. And that is because that activity is satisfying. As it says in one of my favorite books, Atomic Habits, which I highly recommend, by the way, the 4th law of behavior change is to make it satisfying. Because what is rewarded is repeated and what is punished is avoided. Positive emotions cultivate habits and negative emotions destroy them. So instead of denying your human nature, you could simply just work with it. And that is the art of working smarter, not harder. Because when you make it satisfying, you massively increase the odds that that behavior will be repeated the next time. So pro tip is that you thrive and your feminine energy thrives when you do the things that feel good. Now, obviously you want to make progress when you're working out and you can't technically push yourself all the way until it feels good and expect great results. You are going to have to challenge yourself. But when you love the workout you're doing, pushing yourself will be a natural thing that you actually love doing as well. And that is the point you want to reach, which probably goes against everything what most people think and what you believe as well. So if this broke down a barrier in you or even made a little mindset shift, make sure to subscribe and like this video because I definitely will be making more videos like this. Because I swear, your fitness journey, workouts, they do not have to be miserable. Because the ultimate goal is to take care of your health and start seeing workouts as self-care and not punishment. And the next secret is to practice breath awareness. So what is breath awareness anyways? So breath awareness is about focusing on your breath to improve performance and also to stay centered. The breath links the mind and the body, which is literally the core elements of feminine energy. Because when you take care of your breath, then the body will follow and take care of you. So how exactly do you do this? You're gonna inhale during the easy part of the workout, and you're gonna exhale during the hard part of the workout. That's like the simplest way that I can put it. So example, you can inhale as you lower the weight and exhale as you lift the weight. So you can use the breath to anchor yourself. So in the hard part of the exercise, what you want to do is you want to release your breath, and then on the easier part, you want to inhale. Okay, so for example, I love to go because some people call me a cat when I do that, but it helps you be aware of your breath because you're actually hearing it. Okay, so I like to go. So on the hard part of the exercise, you just want to be aware. Just be like, what is the hard part of the exercise? I'm going to breathe out during the hard part, and I'm going to breathe in during the easier part or the stretch part. And you want to make sure you do deep belly breaths during rest periods to reset and to stay calm. For example, if you're using controlled breathing while you are doing cardio, you will keep your pace steady and prevent fatigue. You know how like people during workouts, they say, oh my gosh, I need to catch my breath. Because subconsciously, we know how important the breath is during our workout. Now it's just about becoming more aware of it. I mean, think about it. Without oxygen, does your body really perform well? If oxygen does not run smoothly in your body long enough, I think we both know what happens. So when our body is in a form of hyper performance, you want to make sure that you are being extra aware of it, because you bringing oxygen to your muscles and to your body during a workout basically charges it up even more. It reduces fatigue, but it also helps you perform better throughout the workout, and even calms down your nervous system, which I love, because while you are stressing your muscles so that it can grow, you have the power to be anchored in your breath so that you can reduce the stress in your body overall. Breath awareness is always important, but especially during lifting and HIIT to maintain your focus, and also during yoga and Pilates to flow smoothly and to reduce stress. Also, pro tip, breathing deep and slow actually activates your parasympathetic nervous system, and that's where your body's rest and recharge is actually made, and that's just perfect for staying in your feminine flow. Meditation, breath work, breath awareness, this is not just all hype. It's literally the gateway to your life force. The more you embrace it, not only in fitness but also in life, the more you are going to unlock your potential. And speaking of that, the next secret is to focus on internal rewards rather than external ones. Instead of focusing on the scale or physical result, focus on the internal rewards of movement. So how your body feels, your energy levels, your mood, your confidence, your identity. And I'm not saying don't have physical goals. I have physical goals. It's about not making it the number one thing and making internal rewards the number one priority instead. Like literally, this is the number one reason why I see women fall off their fitness journey. A lot will not consciously admit it, and some will, but one foundational belief to attract your dream body in the first place is by having a deep understanding that mastery requires patience. There's actually a whole concept called the plateau of latent potential. It's the understanding that us as humans often see progress as being linear, or at very least to come quickly, which results in what is called the valley of disappointment. And that's when people feel discouraged after weeks or even months of not getting results from their hard work. However, you need to understand that this work is not being wasted. It is actually being stored. And it won't be until later that the full value of your efforts will be revealed. But none of it will be revealed if you end up quitting every other week. When you prioritize showing up every day for yourself, rather than thinking about when is the next time I can show off my body, everything freaking changes. So how exactly can you do this? After your workouts, you can journal, how did this workout really make me feel? You can celebrate small wins like feeling stronger, having more energy, or just staying consistent. Remind yourself that God willing, your body is showing up for you every single day. So every time you work out, you know that you are there to honor it. What's most important above all else is making sure that you are creating an identity of a healthy woman. And you only can do that by taking aligned action, because every action you take is a vote towards the woman that you wish to become. So did you work out every day of the week? That is 7 votes towards your healthy identity. Did you talk positively about yourself or your fitness journey? That's another vote towards your healthy identity. Did you invest in your health by getting accountability? That is many points towards your healthy identity. Speaking of, if you find yourself stuck in a cycle of having habits just to ditch them every other week, I actually have a women's self-development membership membership community called Habitual Honeys, where I help women stick to positive habits, have a sweet time while doing it, and generate even sweeter results in their life. So if you want to get out of the identity of being a habit ditcher and transform into the healthy habit girly that reaches her goals and targets, you can join by clicking the link in the description. And I would absolutely love to support and encourage you and keep you accountable on your growth and fitness journey. The reason why I created this group is because I know when you start identifying as a healthy person and you truly embody it, and you do not solely base your identity on being skinny or having an hourglass figure, because you know that this cycle ultimately leads to short-term disappointment and often just leads women to abandon their fitness journeys. And that's because relying on the ups and downs of your body as your sole source of motivation, it creates misery, it creates frustration, and it makes it even harder to build that long-lasting habit of movement. Because which again, we want to make our fitness journey satisfying, because when we do that, we actually stick with it. So a little exercise you can do is you can take out a journal and write down some things that you struggle with internally. And then you can go into ChatGPT or an AI of your choice and literally type out the list that you wrote down. Maybe I struggle with anxiety, depression, stress, doubt, confidence, fear, or whatever that it is. Then under it, you can put, tell me how fitness can help these internal issues. I promise you there's a 99% chance that all of your internal issues can be solved through fitness. So when progress feels slow or motivation dips, you can reconnect to why you started and the emotional benefits. And just to learn how to appreciate your body in every stage, care for it, and it will respond beautifully. Another way your body responds beautifully is when you give it proper nutrition and hydration. So that is the next point, because nutrition and hydration are the foundation of your energy, your recovery, and also your progress. Because feminine energy thrives when the body feels supported and nourished. Everyone's like, what do I eat and drink? It's so complicated. Like, do I eat protein shakes? Do I eat protein bars? Do I eat salads? Do I cut out all the bad food? Let me make it super simple for you. You want to focus on nutrient-dense whole foods, those lean proteins, those healthy fats, and those colorful veggies. When food has one ingredient, that is the ultimate green flag. When food has multiple ingredients that you can't pronounce, you don't even know what they are, and it seems like it came straight off the periodic table, babe, I fear that is a huge waving red flag for your long-term health. Because you want to be eating balanced meals to sustain your energy. Think protein, carbs, healthy fats, but also don't forget your fruits. There are just so much natural minerals and vitamins within fruits. Like, they're literally just the gems of the earth. So if you want to make your body a literal treasure chest, you have to feed it the right things. But that also means like avoiding extreme diets. Instead of going for like extreme diets, you want to listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues. Because your intuition will tell you everything that you need to know about your body and what it needs. But also, you cannot create a treasure chest if you're not eating, babe. Like, hey, sometimes I like doing a fast here and there, but if you are always skipping meals because you're not aware of it or you just forget, your body is going to shift into survivor mode, and it's going to be working so hard and in overdrive to keep you alive. And that not only affects your health, but it also affects your fitness progress more than anything. Another thing that can hurt your fitness progress is hydration, or the lack thereof of it, should I say. I would say a good baseline standard is to do 2.7 liters or 11 cups a day. And you can also add electrolytes after your workouts, so you can replenish the electrolytes you lost during your workout. And this is definitely going to be great for recovery, but also to reduce injury. I know when I was in America, I loved putting like a little liquid IV pack that you can get at Costco, and it has a whole bunch of electrolytes and it tastes really good. And I just put that little packet inside of my waters. But also something you already have at home is salt, and you can actually put it in your water to increase the electrolytes as well. And you want to sip your water throughout the day. You don't want to like chug it all at once. And one thing I highly recommend is I encourage you make it fun and enjoyable. Like, some people like to invest in a Stanley cup or a Walla cup and have it be their favorite color. And I'm all about investing in yourself, mostly when it comes to your health, even if it's a little bit of a pricier water bottle. Because guess what? When you pay attention. And in this case, it will allow you to pay even closer attention to your hydration intake. But also also investing in yourself when it's uncomfortable or a little bit expensive just casts a huge vote towards this new identity, this healthy identity that you are creating. I mean, it is always important to have your nutrition and hydration on point, but it is especially important before and after your workouts. In terms of nutrition, it's not only going to improve your performance, but it's also going to help you in recovery. And also you want to stay hydrated during and after your workouts because it's going to prevent fatigue. Because nourishing your body is literally one of the main forms of self-love. And the more you fuel with intention, the more energy you will radiate. Speaking of radiating and not walking around so stiff like you're a gingerbread man because you're so sore, however, sometimes that's just inevitable, but we can definitely reduce the severity of it by prioritizing recovery. A lot of people just go to the gym, but before and after their workouts, they don't do any sort of recovery. And also outside of the gym, they're not taking care of themselves to rest and recover. Recovery is where the magic happens. Your muscles repair, your energy gets restored, and you prepare to show up even stronger. Recovery is deeply tied to the feminine nature of rest and restore. Like, a lot of people wonder why they're so bloated and they think it's just food, but it's actually because your body is under a whole bunch of stress, whether that's through the food you eat, the sleep you do, or the lack of recovery that you do as well. Bloating is simply just a sign of inflammation. And inflammation is just your body's response to negative stimuli or substances such as cortisol. So what even is cortisol? Cortisol is simply just your body's stress hormone. So when your body has abnormally high levels of cortisol, it gets inflamed. So when your body has an abnormally high level of stress, then you become inflamed. And an excess amount of inflammation can cause things as terrible as a disease. And this is why developing healthy and positive habits is so important, because something we can't even see, such as our hormones, can be the very agent that causes our sickness, both mentally and physically. So prioritizing recovery and rest can be one of the main things to decrease your cortisol levels and in turn decrease your inflammation. So how exactly do you do that? Get some dang sleep. So I would aim for like 7 to 9 hours of sleep and set a routine that actually aligns with success. Guys, success leaves clues, so just repeat other successful people's actions. I mean, you have probably heard a billion times, do not be on your phone before you are going to sleep because the effects of blue light. So set boundaries for yourself where you like turn off your phone at a certain time. So what I like to do is I like to read a fiction book because it offloads my brain from a active state to a relaxing state. And I choose a fiction book rather than like a self-help book or a business book because we do not need you doing a whole rebrand at 2 a.m. or contemplating the meaning of life at 2 a.m. So that's a life hack for all the people that have trouble sleeping. I highly recommend you try it. Another thing I recommend for recovery is setting your active recovery days. Now, some people do total rest days, but I highly recommend, mostly in the beginning of your fitness journey, to show up for your body and your health every single day, even if it is a short walk or even doing jump roping. Because remember, this is a lifestyle change that we want to keep for the long term. So paying the price today of moving your body and showing up for your health is going to pay the price through less hospital visits and having a vibrant, long living life. God willing. So you can literally just put your active recovery days on your calendar. This is something you can even do right now. Some people like weekends, some people like doing it during the week. I recommend you do what's best based on your schedule. Examples of active recovery is going on walks and brownie points if you do it outside for that extra exposure to vitamin D. Another example is yoga, stretching. So go ahead and schedule your rest days. You do not have to feel guilty because this is what your body needs to grow. It is always important to rest, but it is especially important after intense workout days, so that you can allow your body to reset. When you feel sore, tired, or mentally drained, I encourage you to rest. Mostly in the beginning of your fitness journey though, I would highly recommend you not skip more than 2 days, even if you have to show up with less intensity, because what's most important is consistency over intensity. And the reason why I say do no more than 2 days of skipping is because you can go down a really slippery slope that way. Like I said, especially in the beginning of your fitness journey, because it can be the difference between you sticking to your fitness habit and you just ditching it for even longer. So my pro tip is to treat recovery like a workout. Make it a non-negotiable and part of your success, because feminine energy allows you to understand that rest is productive. So tapping into your feminine energy is about training smarter, listening to your body, and honoring both effort and also recovery. So by building mind to muscle connection, staying breath aware, finding joy in your workouts, and focusing on internal rewards rather than external ones, month, you'll not only make massive fitness progress, but you'll actually enjoy the process. So I'd love to know which of these tips resonated with you the most. Comment down below. I would love to hear what you're working on. Make sure to like this video for more self-development and feminine energy tips, and make sure to share this with somebody that needs a little extra inspiration on their fitness journey too. And remember, movement is a celebration of what your body can do. So show up with love and the results will follow. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.